Hi everyone, this is Jiggie, a portrait and wedding photographer from the Philippines, and welcome to the channel. So in this video, I will actually be testing out a new continuous light and see if it is actually a good, affordable alternative to portrait photography lighting. So before anything else, if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel and you want to learn more about photography or off-camera flash lighting, then maybe you could subscribe to the channel, and while you're at it, click that notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload videos like this or some of my lighting tutorials. I tend to upload videos every 3 to 5 days. And if you want to see some of the images that I've created, you could always follow me on Instagram. It's at Jiggie Alejandrino. So what is this light that I am talking about? It is the Colbor 100 watt bicolor LED light. Now, for full disclosure, Colbor sent me this light for testing and for review, but again, they have no say in terms of what I will be saying and how I feel the product actually is. So what's inside the box or the package? We have here the lights. You know what? I'm going to give you guys my thoughts afterwards. Let's just go through what's inside. Your usual cable, your power brick, a remote, and a standard reflector. Okay? So it's as basic as it can get. Basically, you've got here the power brick that allows you to power this up using a conventional wall socket, but I'm also told that this particular 100 watt light can also be powered using a V-mount battery. So that's actually very different, because normally the strongest light that I've tried with a single V-mount was about 70 watts. This is 100 watts, and according to the spec sheet that they sent, it can actually go up to 120 watts for a few seconds or maybe about 30 seconds. It's a stronger power output, it's like an overdrive thing, okay? But my initial thoughts, to be honest, you get what you pay for. This is about $200, and right out of the box, the moment I felt it, the plastic doesn't feel good. It just doesn't feel expensive, and the workmanship or the way it's made, I can already see some gaps here, and it's not really such a high quality item. But you know, looks can be deceiving. It might actually be performing well, because I am told this is rated at 97 CRI. CRI is a color rating index, meaning the accuracy of the colors. Plus, it's 100 watts and it's bicolor, and it's also got a remote, and basically it can be powered via a V-mount battery. And it also has a Bowens mount. In other words, I can attach a lot of my modifiers to it to make the light softer, or basically just modify my light. And I guess the best way for us to see if this is really worth the $200 is to actually shoot with it. So let's go. Okay, right off the bat, my initial impressions already aren't that great. The way it connects to the light stand, it doesn't really go in all the way to the spigot, so that might be an issue already. Plus, the mechanism for you to be able to tilt the light is made out of plastic, so I really don't know how durable that will be. And lastly, it took me about 5 minutes for me to be able to install my Phottix Raja 105 Octabank with a Bowens mount, because the Bowens mount that they had on the light wasn't really a perfect fit. So that's why I had to force it in for it to actually work. Now, lastly, it came with a remote, because you were supposed to be able to control this with a remote, but for some reason I can't figure out how to make it work, because there is no way for you to be able to change the group or to know what group you're in, and basically it doesn't work. So yeah, anyway, but for the purpose of really continuing this review, maybe we could just get rid of all these things, all the problems aesthetically or physically of the light, and see how it actually performs in terms of the light quality, and see if it's any good, okay? And for me to be able to do that, I'll have to call in my wife, who will be our subject again for today. Come on in, babe. All right, so Hi babe, thank you very much. And again, thank you very much to Mela Jimenez for the beautiful makeup of Coco today. And of course, your outfit today is by Micah Limchok. Thank you very much, Micah. All right, so the camera that I'm using is my Sony a7R Mark IV with a 50mm 1.4 lens. Right now, I'm actually just on aperture priority. I set my ISO on 100, and I'll just use exposure compensation to be able to adjust the exposure the way I want it. All right, so the most important thing that I will want to look at now first is the color temperature. I don't want to do any technical tests about this one with light meters and all those things. I don't want to bore you with that one. I'll just make it very practical. I'll set my flash to, set my white balance to 5600 Kelvin, and I will set this one to 5600 Kelvin, which is set now. Okay, let's take one shot. Color tone looks okay. It's supposed to be rated at 97 CRI, but for some reason it doesn't look rich to me. Well, it's actually okay. It's actually not that bad. Babe, can you profile going here, please? There. Can you move one step forward then, away from the backdrop? By the way, this backdrop is another wonderful backdrop from Kate Backdrop. It's a 5 foot by 7 foot hand painted backdrop. Always very, very beautiful to use. Okay, at 100 watts, right now we're getting 1/50 f1.4 at ISO 100 with the light being diffused by a Phottix Raja 105 cm with double diffuser. In other words, there's a diffuser inside. And it's actually strong enough. It's 100 watts, so it is strong enough. Babe, can you move one step here? Very good. All right, perfect. Profile going here. Very nice. Okay, normally lights at 5600 Kelvin are pretty decent. It is when we put it at 3200 Kelvin that we will see if it's actually any good. So let me go now here and change the color temperature to 3200 Kelvin. Okay, and I will put now my camera to 3200 Kelvin and see if it will actually look the same. It's actually not that bad. Very nice. Look at me, babe. Okay, look there. Okay, take a step back. Good, very nice. Okay, so basically, what are my thoughts about this light? Make-wise, it does feel as if it's $200. For me, the mount is really subpar. The mount for the light itself to the tripod, to the light stand isn't that great. The flash mount isn't that great. I'm sorry, the modifier mount isn't that great, meaning the Bowens mount. The basic shell that it comes with is really made out of not really that expensive plastic. It does feel, dare I say, cheap to the touch. But light quality seems okay. Actually, if you just want to get into lighting, continuous lights, and you want a strong one that's bicolor, that's 100 watts, maybe you could actually consider this Colbor. But personally, and plus it has that option for V-mount, though I can't really say for sure because they didn't send me the cable to be able to attach a V-mount battery to it, so I can't really test it out. But if it does work with a V-mount battery, I'm also very curious on how long it's going to last, meaning at full power, how much time do we have with one full charge for V-mount battery? And you have to remember a V-mount battery is also about the same price of the light. So, would I recommend it? It's really up to you guys. I use a lot of higher end continuous lights, and I think I will stick with that. But this one, aside from the obvious build quality, the light in itself is actually very decent, okay? So it's really up to you guys, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please do subscribe to the channel. And while you're at it, click that notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. And if you want to see some of the images that I've created, please do follow me on Instagram. It's at Jiggie Alejandrino, okay? Till the next video.